I
mean,
wish I was
damn.
making it up, but I'm not.
Oh, I wish you were too, because that's sad. The Godfather deserves better than that. I mean,
Yeah.
and I wouldn't want. I don't know if I'd want. No matter how much I love somebody, I don't know if I'd want their dead body just in my backyard, just
No.
just buried in my backyard. I don't know.
I mean, I guess I grew up watching Forrest Gump, and Jenny was technically buried in the backyard too. But
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know.
Just,
I don't know.
I mean, I guess
he's not like even like 6 feet. He's just kind of just enough to put the
oh
casket under.
hell no.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it saves you a trip to the cemetery. That's about the only benefit to it. Maybe saved you some money. But so what did like? Well, yeah, I don't know if you know this, but so they have his body. I mean, like,
He's in a casket.
They have a casket. Okay, so they just dug a hole and said, just put him in there.
No. It's just, I don't know, man. It's strange. I saw a documentary on it, and they just could not agree on the money. They said there's rumors he's got money buried in his wherever he was living. He would take money and bury it because he didn't believe in
because
banks.
he didn't want nobody to have it. Yeah, it's like Prince, man. But Prince, there were state laws saying, well, and I know every state law is different. But yeah, they said, well, shit, since he didn't leave a will, now his wife says he left a will, his first wife. But yeah.
I don't say he was married.
Yeah. He was married. Prince was married twice.
Oh, well.
Married to Maite and then Manuela Testolini. And Maite says, I saw a will. I saw for sure a will. She actually mothered one of his kids, but the baby died shortly after birth. But yeah, she says she saw a will, but she, of course, doesn't know what happened to it, though. But she claims she saw one.
Well, at least he was cremated.
He was. He's
gonna earn.
And now, man, the thing about it is, they split the money between all of Prince's family, and that's all well and good. But Prince wasn't the greatest family man. I mean, some of the people who are millionaires now, Prince never even met him, didn't even know him. But that's the state law. That's how they do it.
It should just if the family can't agree, it should just go by blood, I guess. Who's closest, next to kin, I guess is the best way to put it.
Yeah, and I guess I didn't know that. Yeah, because he has a sister. He has a biological sister. And his parents were both dead. He didn't have any other siblings that were like, look, his daddy was in a band, so his dad's got kids by other women.
Yeah.
Right. You know how that goes. But as far as like, I don't know, man, it was messy.
Yeah.
So I guess it's legal. You can bury somebody in your backyard. That's legal. We're talking way too much about this. I just I'm sorry, man. Yeah, let's get going. I knew you had a long day, and I'm back to work tomorrow. So let's just get this shit going on.
Yeah.
I'll Google it.
Yeah, there's a whole documentary because I watched it on James Brown. I was just like, what? This many problems with the man? Yeah, crazy. But all right.
And you never did send me the video, or did you?
Oh, I'll send it to you once we get done with this part.
Yeah, this should be quick. Only 6 matches.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Third Generation Wrestling Podcast, 3GW, here on a Tuesday after the holiday, talking WWE Payback. I feel like we just did a post show with a holiday as well, so that's hence the delay. I can't remember which one it was, but I know it was maybe Memorial Day or 4th of July.
It had to be 4th of July. This is I think
it was 4th
early
of July.
September, so yeah, it had to be 4th of July.
Yeah. Well, anyway, the real biggie and Rob the Ambassador. Did you enjoy your holiday? Did you get the barbecue? Any barbecue or anything on the grill?
We put some stuff on the grill, but no ribs or nothing that we barbecue. We put some salmon on. We put some hot dogs, some turkey, sausages, and things like that. We tried to do it healthy. So yeah, no ribs or nothing really fancy. It was only 2 of us. So yeah, there was only 2 of us. We weren't going to do a whole lot, but yeah, man, we did that Sunday. Went to grandson's football game on Friday. They came out on the short end. Saturday, we didn't really do a whole lot. Saturday, we went out for breakfast, brunch, and then we just kind of relaxed Sunday and Monday. And then today I was off again. I took an extended holiday. I had to take my mom to the doctor, and then I just kind of chilled, did some things around the house, and now here I am, getting ready to go back to work tomorrow after doing this show.
Yeah, I had to go back to work today. Long day, but hey.
Yeah, I'm sure for you, I'm sure in your profession.
Yeah. When it's holiday, it's nice to be off, but then you come back to work and it's like double work. Ugh, because you missed a day.
Yeah.
It is what it is. We here to talk the big payback, and that's how we kind of got on our. If you watch the live feed on YouTube, you'll see we was kind of a little rant because of payback, the big payback, James Brown. That's kind of how that goes.
For those of you old enough to know who the Godfather is.
Not of y'all don't you know who James Brown is.
Yeah.
Which is a shame.
Google him. Just Google him.
Yeah.
I guarantee you've heard his music. He's
it.
one of the most sampled artists in the history of music.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. Classic stuff. Big Payback, my favorite song by his though. So this past weekend, we had Payback, which featured only 6 matches, which I was totally okay with because SummerSlam was way long. Even though it is SummerSlam, it's the biggest part of the summer, so it's gonna go long. But it was nice, kind of refreshing to have a shorter show this time around. And we did our predictions the other day, so it's only right that we get back into it and discuss what went down. Kicking off the show surprised the hell out of me. I don't know about you. They kicked it off with Becky Lynch and Trish Stratus inside the steel cage. Now, there's been a lot of people talking and voicing their opinion on this whole feud, how it's kind of not necessarily lived up or didn't have the best build, has some dead spots in there. But between, what was it, Falls Count Anywhere match on Raw and this match, man, totally made up for it to me. I was blown away, but especially by Trish, who doesn't do this, hasn't done it regularly. I mean, obviously this year she's wrestled more. I don't know if she's done. I feel like she's not. I feel like this might just be taking a break. I didn't get like retirement vibes, and we've had this discussion. You really never retire from wrestling. Maybe there's a few that have been able to, but most come back here and there. Anyway, getting to the match, I thought this was phenomenal. I'm usually bored by cage matches. That's why the other reason why I was looking forward to this. But they found a way to make this very interesting. Becky was very aggressive, but Trish was as well. And this was the first time that I can recall, without getting color, somebody having bruises and bumps from a cage match. And Trish was bruised and bumped and swollen. Her forehead, my God, that looked hideous. And her arms, too, were bruised up from the cage. I mean, they were fighting on top of the cage. And Trish laid back, had her legs hanging in the cage. Like, this woman's 48 years old. It doesn't look it, by the way.
Not at all.
It looks fantastic. In the end, though, my prediction came true. Zoe Stark did get involved, of course. Took a manhandle slam for her troubles. And then another manhandle slam off the top rope to pin Trish Stratus, a beaten, battered, bruised up Trish Stratus. I had such a good time watching this. I've watched this match twice already. I gave this superb. This was probably one of the best women's matches of the year right here.
Man, to me, it definitely was. And I did one better, man. I went instant classic on this because here's why. And I'm probably going a little overboard, but I was so impressed with Trish, who had never in her career, Hall of Famer, but had never done a cage match before. Never. So to do your first cage match at 48 years old and you're going into it with one of the best in the business right now at her peak, Becky. And then we talked about the feud, how it had just kind of gotten stale and we were ready for it to end. Well, damn, man, to go into the ring and do what these ladies did. I mean, first of all, we don't see a lot of steel cage matches involving ladies. We see them more now, but I can't recall the last time I saw one this good. I mean, Trish took a super suplex after Becky dragged her from the top of the cage, got her in position for a superplex off of the third rope. That was before she took that huge manhandle slam for the finish. I'm telling you, like you said, the only thing, and I'm not saying bleeding would have made it any better. These women, I love when I see a match and I feel like they left everything in the ring. They did all they could do. They didn't hold anything back. And that's the vibe I got from these two ladies and from this match. And I absolutely loved it all the way through. The only reason I haven't watched it a second time is because I actually just watched it a few hours ago.
Right.
Because I didn't really have time to catch the pay-per-view live. But for me, this was an instant classic because, like you, I was just blown away at what I was watching. Kudos to both of these ladies, but definitely have to give my props to Trish, who, I mean, how many people her age, male or female, do you see can give us a performance like that? It was incredible.
Exactly. Male or female. Yeah, I was like you said it all. I was blown away. Crowd, and shout out to the Pittsburgh crowd, man. They were hanging on everything these women were doing. This is awesome chance at the right time. You know,
Right.
Just I had nothing bad to say about this. This was great. What a great way. If that's it for her, that's a great way to go out. I tell you that. Oh, and then post match, yeah, Zoe Stark and Trish kind of getting into it. Trish pushing her away, and Zoe Stark ended up hitting her finisher on her. And yeah, that was that. We go from there to a match that a lot of people, well, before I even get to the match. So John Cena was announced as the host of Payback, which I've never seen him do a host for anything other than WrestleMania and SummerSlam. I don't know why they want to do a host for one. This little, it's just not a big premium live event. So I guess you had John Cena available. You used him. Okay. He comes out and he makes himself, well, he says, I should be the special guest referee for this match. And then Miz comes out and they go back and forth. I have to give, man, if Book was here, I really would love to hear his reaction to what I have to say about the Miz tonight. Miz just runs John Cena down. I mean, it's like, dude, you're almost 50 years old. You're just like a Teletubby. It's just like, yeah.
He did get in some good ones. He did. I guess I didn't realize until Miz said it, but apparently John Cena had a cameo or a part in the Barbie movie as a merman.
Yeah.
I had no idea, but apparently the Miz got at him about that. Yeah, it was funny. And then the Miz also had a good impression of LA Knight on the previous Monday on Raw that we've already talked about. But yeah, Miz had a good week.
So that I thought this promo exchange was great. The way it flowed was great. They eventually hand John Cena a referee shirt, and he's a referee. And LA Knight comes out to a huge pop, and we got hitting all the wrong buttons tonight. And we got the Miz versus LA Knight with John Cena as special guest referee. So I'm gonna say this, and a lot of people may disagree. LA Knight is a great character right now. He's over. He can cut a promo. He's a decent worker. But if you watch that match close, because I did, Miz called that match. Miz also outworked LA Knight in this match. And I can't believe I'm saying those words, but he just did. And I get that was kind of the story of the match, but Miz looks so smooth in there, and I was like, wow, he really can wrestle if they let him. and it feels like they told him to go out there and actually put in the work. John Cena, he was a decent. I hated his count. I just gotta say his count was slow. It was like he was almost trying to mimic Nick Patrick's count, and I was just like, all right. Um, and then I had to go TV quality just because I thought the finish was kind of eh. I thought the match went just a little too long as well. I mean, it could have been just a little shorter, but him hitting the BFT was just kind of out of nowhere. There was no real build to it, so I like to build to a finish when near falls. But I didn't hate it, just wasn't in love with it. And not, I don't think it's gonna hurt LA Knight at all. He won the match, obviously, so he's gonna keep elevating. But I thought the Miz actually was the best part of the match, actual match, bell to bell. I can't even, I've never said that. I've never given Miz any type of flower ever in life. But I thought, hey, keeping it real.
Right.
Miz did his thing in the match. I went TV quality.
I'm with you. The match itself wasn't good. LA Knight winning was good. I'm happy for him, but I agree with you. The guy is not the best wrestler, and I think he really needs to hone those skills. We know what he can do on the mic, and that's what's gotten him over with the crowd. But you have to be able to deliver in the ring also on some level. I'm not saying he's not capable of that. Look, he hasn't been in the ring with that many people, and even though the guy is 40 years old, he hasn't been. I mean, he's A level now. I mean, he's wrestling
Right.
the Miz. After this, he's going to continue to go up from there and have higher profile opponents. That's all good, but that also means probably the quality of the wrestler of the wrestler's ability is going to go up. He's going to have to at least stay with them.
Yeah.
I'm just going to hope that he can do that, because I like LA Knight. And at this point in his career, he's not going to get many more chances to be at this level and to get these kinds of matches. So he has to make it work. But he does need to sharpen up those wrestling skills. I will say that.
Yeah, because I guarantee he probably got some feedback from Mr. H about that. Now he could have just had a bad night. Now I've seen LA Knight have good matches, and I'm not saying that at all. That he's a bad wrestler. It's just that it was very obvious who the better wrestler was inside the ropes. I mean, there's two. This is two halves to the being a superstar. You got to have the gimmick. He's got the gimmick. He's got the mic skills. He can work a crowd. He's got merch and all that stuff. But you also got that half of the audience that pays attention to your in-ring work, and we try to do both around here and just be objective. So,
Gotcha. Yep. That's just true. It's true for just being real, like we keep
just
it.
being real. Just being real. um, I believe, was it at this point that they did the yeah, I think this is where they did Grayson Waller effect with Cody Rhodes. And I was curious why they put this on paper. So obviously this was either this was done to announce something. And I thought it was going to be to announce Cody Rhodes' next opponent. Then that person would come out and interrupt him. So he comes out, Grayson Waller introduces him, and he does the heel thing. He runs down the crowd and all that stuff. And Cody says some interesting things. Like, I pulled all my whatever strings I do have, whatever favors I have, and I was able to do something, because he was asking Grayson Waller about SmackDown. And he gets up and he introduces the newest member of Raw. I thought he was going to point to Grayson, but he introduces the one. Main event. Jey Uso makes his return to WWE. He's going back to Raw. Comes out, gets the crowd pumped up. They really love him when he's throwing the hands. Huge pop. Huge changed the music's a little different. You know, Jimmy did his music on. I was like, okay, I would rather them just gave him totally different music than the remix the Uso thing saying just me Uso. That sounds
That
silly.
was corny, man. That was corny. Just me, Oos. Hopefully, the new music is coming. They cannot stick with that.
That sounds awful. I mean, Jimmy's got music that sounds decent. I mean, it's got words and everything, but for him to get that, and they do that thing all the time. They give the baby face what the crowd remembers, but that's fine. Why not just take out the lyrics or something? I don't know. I don't know. But outside the just me's, I thought that's a good move. Put them on Raw, separate the two. We're probably gonna get them at WrestleMania if you know they can keep them apart, and that's probably the best thing to do right now. Here's the thing though. I know you didn't see Raw. Not really a spoiler, but Adam Pearce did say to Jey Uso, "You came to Raw. Now somebody has to go to SmackDown." Which they didn't say who, but I have a strong feeling it could be Mr. Rhodes.
I actually thought
that's how you set that up with him and Roman again.
I thought when he was talking to Grayson Waller and he was talking about SmackDown, I thought that was going to be his announcement before he said Jay. I thought he was going to say he was going back to SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, so they made it. They did what they call a trade. So Jay goes to SmackDown. Somebody has to go to. I mean, Jay goes to Raw. Somebody has to go to SmackDown.
You know, but you still have to win the Rumble to get at the champion. So
he did that already. So he might. There's other ways. Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, they can
Storyline
always.
ways they can do it.
Yeah. Either way, I do think it's going to be him and Roman again. I mean, I can't see anywhere unless they can get The Rock. I can't see anywhere else to go with that.
Yeah. Finish the story. Rey Mysterio and Austin Theory for the United States Championship. Now, before I get into the match, I just have one thing to say.
Oh wow. Really?
This was a fucking F.
What book would be proud?
Oh my God, was this lousy and lazy? A roll-up win on a pay-per-view. Get the and then the match was terrible. Man, the crowd didn't give a damn about this match. And neither did I. I watched this one back as well, and I still felt nothing. Nothing was impressive. It's just these two. Man, why have this on the card when they could have done Chad Gable and Gunther? That would have made more sense to me. Take this dumb shit off. You know, I tossed back and forth. There was only two grades for this. It was just it's bullshit or F. And you know what? For them putting on a premium live event, it gets an F. That's all I got to say.
All right. Well, I went middle of the road just because I thought there was halfway decent work, but I just really didn't care. I think when we did the prediction show, this was a match I think you thought Theory would win. I thought Ray would win, but I really just didn't even care about this match. I don't really care about this feud, so I'm already not invested. And then the least you could do is give me a good match, but they couldn't even do that. But I can't go with the flaming fucking F, though. I'll go middle of the road.
Yeah. This shit was bad. Oh, man. Yes, and I'm pretty sure Book would be proud. He would agree. He would definitely agree. All right. Let's get to what I feel like was the best match of the night. Steel City Street Fight. They should have dedicated. Well, actually, you know, let me not get ahead of myself. There was a dedication that was appropriate for this match. So, the Judgment Day, Finn Balor and Damian Priest going up against the undisputed WWE Tag Team Champions Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. This match did not disappoint. From the time the match started to seeing Kevin Owens pull off his shirt, and he had the Terry Funk shirt, the dedication to Terry Funk, and I was like, there you go. There you go. Very, very violent and aggressive match from the kendo sticks to the table spots. It was one table spot I thought was kind of lazy, but it's okay. Fighting through the crowd, a lot of that action, and I really loved how Judgment Day was on the offense, and they were kind of celebrating because they had thrown, Kevin Owens and Sammy over this thing, and then they finally popped back up with hockey sticks and jerseys on. I was like, okay, you got me. You got. I know that's not your kind of thing, but I just thought it was funny and cool. And they fight back towards the entranceway, and then man, they're brawling. Okay, maybe she's finally embracing what everybody's been saying between her outfit and their actions lately. But Rhea Ripley spearing Kevin Owens through the barricade. I mean, and then her outfit, that was actually a dedication to China.
Well, it was. That was obvious, I thought.
You look at the picture, there's a side-by-side. If you see on social media, it's the same outfit.
And I think Michael Cole, I think Michael Cole mentioned that.
I think so.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Dirty Dom. How could he not? How could he resist being involved? And, they were fighting on the outside. He got involved, and he got involved with the finish, which I know somebody else who was here. He would not particularly enjoy that. But I thought it was a realistic finish, taking the briefcase and bashing Sami Zayn in the head, and that's how they got the win. But hey, I got the prediction. Judgment Day, the new tag champs. They had to pull out all the stops on this. I had so much fun watching. The crowd was just loving this match. And again, I gotta go superb because I gave Trish and Becky superb. This was superb to me as well. One of the highlight matches of the year. So kudos to all four men in the match. They all got something. Kevin Owens was even bleeding at one point. I'm not sure what actually got him, but yeah.
Yeah, he did a Moxley, just bleeding from out of nowhere.
No, because we don't bleed over here like that in WWE. I just didn't see what happened, but he was
I didn't either. He was, yeah, but I don't know how or why. But like you, I went superb. I did enjoy this match. I didn't really care for the whole hockey thing, but you know what? I get it. You're trying to pop the crowd, right? Yeah. I'm kind of in the minority on those things, but I understand why they did it, and so I'm okay with it. But man, this match was just action-packed all the way through. And the good thing about it is while there was a lot going on, you didn't feel like there was so much going on that you couldn't keep up with it all. We saw table spots, and we saw Owens did a swanton. He had gone up into the audience, and he walked up a level, and the fans were all into it. He was patting the fans on the shoulder as he was getting ready to jump. But man, I was worried because I thought he overshot it a little, and that landing looked rough.
He did overshoot.
Yeah, man. Yeah, trying to hit Dom on that table, but he was okay. But I bet he's feeling the pain though, because man, that was a rough landing. That
wasn't on Raw.
Yeah. But man, like you, I enjoyed this match. It was crazy. It was chaotic, but it was entertaining all the way through. I thought that KO and Zayn would retain, but you know what? I'm not mad about the Judgment Day winning. They all have gold now. I'm assuming this will put an end to the dissension between Damian Priest and Finn Balor. So that whole thing is squashed. But man, like you, I completely enjoyed this match. Superb.
Definitely. I think Good Brother, he texted me after he saw. He gave it instant classic. He loved it.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, for
okay.
beloved.
I ain't
Yeah,
mad about it.
yeah. So, or maybe this is when the Grayson Welfare took place. I don't know. We already talked about it, so it's okay. Um, that's what happens when the pay-per-view is Saturday and we talk about the shit on Tuesday.
Well, shit, I just watched it and I'm still not sure.
Well, the next match was the lady we were just talking about, Rhea Ripley, defending the Women's World Heavyweight Championship against her former friend, Raquel Rodriguez. God damn it, I keep doing that.
Old habits,
Raquel
man.
Rodriguez. RR, double R, like a Rolls Royce. Okay. However, this match was not quite as fluid as a Rolls Royce. Here's what I'll say. Remember the matches that Charlotte and Rhea were kind of having, and they were kind of like learning each other, so to speak. I mean, outside of the WrestleMania, the first WrestleMania one was great. It was the best match
Yeah.
of the weekend. But after that, it seemed like they had to kind of learn each other again and kind of grow with each match. And the third time was the charm, that second feud. I feel like that's kind of what's happening here. So that's why I'm kind of more or less grading on the curve with this match. I'm still gonna give this one TV quality. I think this would have been a great Raw main event, but not quite at the level of a pay-per-view. And then you Dirty Dom again get involved. But I do like that they expounded on the fact and they showcase Raquel's strength. Because nobody else physically has been able to match with Rhea or even look more dominant than Rhea. Raquel's taller. She's like 6 feet tall. So that all works. The issue is Rhea, like we talked about, finally has found her gear and she is leveled all the way up. She is clearly the leader of Judgment Day. Raquel has to find her own identity because being this just baby face that comes out, smiles, and flexes her back, that ain't enough. That's what I thought. When she got introduced and all she's still just doing this, that ain't enough. You need more than that. Like people can't really identify with that. There has to be something. They need to get rid of that generic ass Hispanic music what comes out to. That's just, that was a thing in the 90s when with your theme music was really tied to your personality. So it always fit. Yes, she's Hispanic. We can look at her and tell that you don't have to beat me over the head with the shit.
Right.
The Usos are Samoan, but they don't come out to, what they did at first, but they don't come out to that stuff anymore. You don't have to. But I thought as far as match was just had pacing issues. I guess that's the best way I can put it. Because I didn't hate it. And I was really, really rooting for both women. But I just thought the timing was just really bad. And like I said, maybe they just need to learn each other. I gave it TV quality. I think I would have made it for a good Raw main event because during those breaks, you get commercials and you wouldn't even notice. So that's what I'm going with. Rhea wins, Riptide, probably the biggest Riptide she's done outside of. Did she do it on Piper Niven? I think she has done Piper Niven, but outside Piper Niven, this is the biggest one she's done. So TV quality.
Ah, man, had to go middle of the road, and I hate to do it. I like both of these ladies. I was hoping for more, especially for Raquel's sake. As we know, Rhea is already a made woman. I think this match, I don't know, to me, it felt like it was just, I wouldn't say rushed, but I don't feel, and you kind of alluded to it, I don't feel that Raquel is really at Rhea's level outside of the physical stature, right? But I don't think her character she's found a character that resonates enough with the fans to make them care
Make
for.
them care.
Yeah, right. Because outside of the fact that she's slightly bigger than Rhea, and if like us, you watch NXT, these ladies are great friends. They've had some good matches in NXT, but nothing on the main roster. And yeah, Saturday night, it just was not there. And I didn't expect them to, knock it out of the park. But what I was hoping is that they would put on just a decent enough match where people would walk away saying, okay, Raquel didn't win. We didn't think she would, but she hung with Rhea. Well, I guess you can say she did, but since the match wasn't very good, can you really? Maybe they run this back and maybe these ladies give us a better show. But like you, I went middle of the road, and I was hoping that Raquel had elevated herself in this match, and maybe she did just a little bit, just not as much as I thought she could have in this spot.
Yeah. Like I said, this would have been a good TV match. But I just have a different level of expectation once we get to when you want that pay-per-view where that you got to make it a pay-per-view match now. So that's all that really is. But I think they will get better. They'll have another match. And the only thing, other thing I would say, I just wish that they would maybe save this feud for WrestleMania season. Because if you're doing it now, I really don't know what you do with Rhea when we get to WrestleMania. Maybe there's something that I don't know about yet, but I just I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, man. When you're talking WrestleMania season, I mean, that's a lot of hoping that Raquel is worthy by the time we get to Mania. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's the thing. But you're running out of opponents for Rhea right now. I mean, she's stacking these women up and knocking them down. So you had to get somebody, and not only have to get somebody, you have to get somebody who actually looks like they have a chance against Rhea. Raquel looks like, at least physically, she has a chance. The problem is that as fans, we just, we're still waiting for her star to rise. I'll just say it that way.
Yeah, I mean, we had the same issue with Rhea, if you remember. When she first came up to Raw, she didn't have this identity, and now she does. So it's night and day. And then I know you prefer the first Brutality song. I love this new Brutality song. It just fits.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not saying it's a bad song. I just really love that first one.
Right. And well, here at the main event, and I'm curious. I was curious. We're talking Seth Rollins and Shinsuke Nakamura for the World Heavyweight Championship. I was curious because the champ came out first. I know a lot of people out here thinking, "What does they matter?" Because back in the day, the champ never came out first. Champ always comes out last. That's the one of the perks of being the champ. You wait for me. I don't wait for you. And maybe it was introduced that I thought was pretty cool. That little comic strip they had for Shinsuke's entrance. I thought that was very unique, something different. And the crowd was actually split on this match. People chanting for Nakamura, people chanting for Seth Rollins. And yes, they're doing the whole thing with the back injury and Rollins selling the back, and that's the storyline that he has 2 fractures in his back, which I can believe because the man has taken some punishment over the years. It's not that I don't believe it. Not that it's not a believable storyline. It's just that when you have the announcers telling you, well, it's not a thing that bothers him all the time. It's just it flares up here and there, and it's just now you're just taking away from the shit. Y'all talk too much. Just let it be. He got 2 fractures and his back's fucked up. Okay, let's just leave it at that. Instead of trying to analyze all the shit and particulars and all that stuff, man. Just I don't know. So obviously that was the target of the match, Shinsuke. Target. I always love Shinsuke match. I just wait for it, the moment where he's doing his stance in the come on. But he is such a great heel, especially right now, the way they're booking him. It's just unfortunate because I really don't think he's gonna win a championship. It's just they get him hot. They do a good job of getting Shinsuke hot. It's just he never delivers. So I don't know. But I thought the match was good. I did like I forgot the name of the match, the name of the move. I mean, when Shinsuke hit that move off the top rope, kind of like a reverse scoop slam off the top of the rope. That was pretty clean. They didn't follow up with the Kinshasa, and I thought, oh shit, we in trouble. But they do like a roll up sequence, and then Rollins hits the stomp again, kind of out of nowhere. I am still gonna give this pay-per-view worthy very low because I think it is it you wouldn't get this on Raw. So I think the quality was there. I just know that these two can do more than what they did. I guess that's where I'm kind of coming from. I know they can do better. I know they can do more. And I heard Corey Graves say that Seth Rollins was paying homage to Bray with his tights, but I couldn't really tell. Maybe it was the striping. It didn't look like nothing. No Bray Wyatt tributes tonight. No armbands, nothing.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what Corey meant by that either. Maybe I'm missing something.
Yeah, I
But the
tried to
match
pay
itself,
attention.
what's that?
I tried to pay attention, like when they would zoom in on him, and like maybe I could see something. Or somebody in comment let me know what I missed, but I really couldn't see a Bray Wyatt tribute.
Yeah, let me know what I missed too, because I also did not see it. Like you, man, pay-per-view worthy, and boy, it just got in there. I was a little disappointed. There was some good work here, but for whatever reason, I felt like the pacing was just a little slow. Like they were just too slow and calculated with their moves. It just didn't seem to flow. Like you, I thought the comment about Rollins' back, why go through the trouble of making us think that his back is all messed up and then say, well, but it's not that messed up,
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, in the back of our minds, we know it's not messed up. He wouldn't be wrestling if it was really jacked up. But still, just let us have the illusion. You've built up all this drama. Just let us have it. But I just felt like these guys just. Sometimes I feel like if it's not that big of a pay-per-view, or if it's like an episode of Raw or SmackDown, wrestlers have certain gears. Okay, look, this is SmackDown. Maybe I'll go 75, 80%. If it's a big match, maybe 90. Mania, I'm full throttle. I'm 100%.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I felt like these guys said, well, look, this is Payback. So let's go 85% on this one. That's just what I felt like it was. I felt like some of the moves they were doing and everything was good. It just, I don't know. I keep going back to this word. It just felt like they were just going too slow, like it was too calculated and it just didn't flow. So that kind of took away from me because I had said on the prediction show, I thought these guys had the potential to steal the show. They're both great workers. And I was looking forward to seeing these guys together, but ultimately I was disappointed. I'm not going to bash it, but I went pay-per-view worthy, but I thought I might have been being a little kind with that. I expected more from these guys.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. Overall, entertaining show. I
would say so.
With two really outstanding matches. Becky and Trish, and then that street fight. Man, that was something. So
yeah, it's too bad they couldn't have ended with the cage match or the street fight.
I thought about that. I said maybe they will end with the street fight, and that may have been a better way to go. Sometimes you got to put what's hottest last versus the title, but I guess
and it's still a title match.
It is. You're right.
So
you are right. So yeah, that I don't know. Maybe sometimes they overthink these things when they're putting the card together. But I think you would send the Pittsburgh crowd home with more of a better feeling of being entertained if you would have done the street fight last.
Yeah, and especially with all of the references we didn't mention, Finn pulling out the terrible towel and stomping on it.
Oh yeah.
You do not do that in
Step on
Pittsburgh.
it too.
Yeah, you do not do that. So yeah, with all of those references, the Pittsburgh Penguins. We talked about the jerseys that Zane and Owens wore.
Yeah.
With all of that in mind, that would have been a good way to end the show.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, I mean, he stepped on the town too. They were pissed. And he had actual Pittsburgh Steelers players there as well.
Right. Yeah, man. Hey, you can start a real fight doing that. Be careful.
Yeah. So yeah, that probably booking wise, sometimes you just gotta go. Steel City Street Fight. That this sells itself. Main event, you know. But you're trying to get this championship over as well. So, I get it.
Yeah. And hindsight's 2020. I mean, they probably thought that Seth and them would bring a better match. I did. So maybe Triple H did too.
Maybe. Well, let us know what you all thought in the comments down below. And always, thank you all for watching. We got way more content coming. Movie reviews right now. Obviously, by the time you see this, the latest Trying to Laugh will be up as well. Getting back to Kenneth Copeland by Hacknumco. So be on the lookout for that. Didn't get to do it this time. So hopefully next post show, we can get one of you all on here and get your thoughts on the show. I want to start doing that and make this more interactive. After we finish our grades, bring you on for a couple of minutes and just give you overall thoughts on the show. We'll start doing that. All I need is your email, and then you can join the call and we'll chat for a minute, and then whoever else wants to come on, more than welcome. I did decide to go ahead and do the Lego build. So if you're curious, if you're wondering, I did start the Wolverine adamantium claws. That's almost done as I await my latest set. I had actually ordered my latest set from the Lego website, which is taking a long time. But when it gets here, it gets here. So that build will be next. And then I don't know what to do after that. We'll figure it out. I think we're on the drive to 500. That is 500 subs. Need y'all's help. Please continue to hit that like button, subscribe, and sharing. We try and get to 500. We will be doing a giveaway of 5 items once that happens, which is perfect timing for coming up because holiday season, things going on sale. Might be some good stuff. Try to get us to that. Get us to that 5, you know what I mean?
Never know. Never know. One never know.
Just saying. So yeah, got some stuff coming down. Gonna get back into gaming as well. I know there's a new Spider-Man game coming out, so I might be doing some Spider-Man gaming with that as well. So, and it's fantasy football season as well. We're gearing up for it. Sorry to all you Travis Kelce owners. May or may not play this.
In one of my leagues, I can't stand the Chiefs. I'm a Bronco fan, as y'all can see. But look, Kelsey's a good player. I had the chance to get him. I got him on one of my teams. But yeah, might not be able to start him. Might have to go out and to the waiver wire and get another tight end for week 1.
Yeah. Yikes. But that's fantasy. It is what it is. But that's all I got. I really do appreciate you all. More videos on the way. More food challenges coming too. My cousin Mo actually wants to come on and do one with me. So we'll be doing that sooner rather than later. Just try and coordinate and get everything going. So, Rob, take it away.
All right. We all know the drill. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. As we said, on the drive to 5. And of course, we can't do that without you. So please continue to tell everyone you know if you like what you're seeing, if you like what you're hearing. If you're not, then let us know so that we can get better. All right? Because we've been doing this for a while. We're trying to build it. We're trying to grow. And we can't do it without you. So love, appreciate each and every one of y'all. Thank you.
That's right. That's right. Now, we got to go face Hacknumco and try to get our flex on because it's been a long time for this brother. So
It's been a long time for me too. I had a streak going, but so Schmo broke it. So
we'll
we
speak
see
to
what
y'all
Hack
again.
can do.
Next time y'all see us, probably on the next Triumph to Laugh. So we'll speak to y'all then. And until then, take care.